Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Before we head out into the world and see what we need to do next, it is time for us to have a look at an item that we sold last time. It is of course the most expensive item, as you would expect. It's called the Fiery Spellweaver. Now, the Fiery Spellweaver, as you can see in terms of price, has a lot of power budget in it, and it's gonna cost a lot to get back because if you had the ideal character, this weapon would be insane, right? So, it's a +5 Flaming Burst Quarterstaff, which grants its wearer a +1 bonus to caster level, +4 bonus to on checks made to overcome spell resistance, and a +15 competence bonus on use magic device skill checks. So if you had the absolute perfect person for this, it would be insane, right? Like, this would be giving you huge bonuses. However, in our party, this would be a mage weapon, right? We have nobody who uses quarterstaffs apart from our mages, so we can basically discount all of this stuff from the power budget. This doesn't matter. Flaming Burst, Flaming Enhancement +5, if we're hitting somebody with the staff, we've made a mistake. So right away, we're just going to discount all of those. So it is a +1 bonus to caster level, +4 bonus to checks made to overcome spell resistance, and a +15 competence bonus on use magic device skill checks. Now, this is the bit where I might be misjudging power level. I don't believe a +1 to caster level is very good. Now, this is the bit where some people might be going, actually, no, this is where you've made your mistake. But, hear me out. +1 to caster level means, in my opinion, or like how I'm looking at things, if we were to look at somebody like Nenio, and we look at our spell book, and we say, okay, we're going to cast Polar Ray, right? This would be giving her an extra point of damage per caster level, right? So it's used for that kind of thing. And this one does scale up to 25d6, so it would get a benefit above level 20. However, the problem with it is we already have some staffs which are doing similar things for us. If we have a look at Nenio, her staff for evocation school spells, which are the ones that you most often get the caster levels that go above 20 on, because obviously if it goes to 20, right now it's garbage, right? Like, any caster level increase, if your spell is capped at 20, becomes just completely useless because we're going to be level 20 in a very short amount of time. So, this one gives you a +2 to cast level on all evocation school spells, and a +2 bonus on attack rolls. So for Nenio, and how we're using Nenio, I believe that this would probably end up being better. By the way, I'm just going to chuck these away while I notice them. So I believe that would end up being better for us. She does have a quarterstaff which gives illusion school spells the ability to be cast as if they were 3 levels higher. I'm not entirely sure what this does, if I'm honest with you. I don't think this would do anything, but, you know, maybe I got this wrong. That's another thing I'm looking to get clarified, because that is, in my opinion, probably just terrible. I don't know, we could probably just leave that at home. Anyway, the main thing is, I think that Ashmaker for Nenio is going to be better. If we have a look at Ember, she has a staff which is very comparable, right? Caster level, +4 bonus to cast level checks made to overcome spell resistance is shared between the two, so they cancel out. +5 competence bonus and use magic device skill checks, so it's 10 less than the Fiery Spellweaver. But the difference is, instead of getting that +1 to caster level, we're getting a +2 to DC for all saving throws against spells the wielder casts. Now, I think that this is incredible. I actually think that we could there is an argument for switching this with Nenio's, because I think that Nenio's ability to do instant kills could go up quite a lot if we gave her this one. But then again, Nenio probably has more spells that benefit from going above the max on evocation, so who knows? It's probably a bit of, you know, it's probably 50-50. But the way that we built Ember is that she's going to have a ton of CC spells, so the DC actually makes a lot of sense for Ember to have, right? She has a lot of spells that are AoE and are going to stop the enemy from doing things. We don't use them as often as we should, I feel, but she has them and we should be building towards that. So, this is why I don't think the Fiery Spellweaver is very good. Having said that, I have been told that it is good, and I am ready for the comments to correct me and tell me that it is good. So, I am going to invest in it. And then when I'm told that they're good and why I'm wrong, we will probably switch to it. But up until that point, we're just going to keep it in our bag and do nothing. There is actually an argument that if you had a character who could in any way use a quarterstaff and had spells, you should just immediately switch them to using that. Like, maybe if we were thinking, Social, you know, you're very good with your glaive, but actually the quarterstaff would give you just a huge benefit overall, we could potentially switch, because this is just insane. Like, I mean, look at the damage that's doing compared to Soul Shear. That is pretty cool. +1 to cast level might be good here. Bonuses to overcome spell resistance might be good. The competence bonus, but then the flaming burst, flaming enhancement all start coming into it and being good for Social. Like, there's some logic there to just switch. As it is, we've invested a lot in this guy, making him good with the glaive. Like, I think some of our mythic we've invested in that as well. Yeah, we gave him improved mythic criticals with it. Gave him weapon focus for mythic glaive. We could potentially respec him into using this. Respecking him into using this actually is sounding better. Yeah, because then he's going to have fire that bursts out from the thing that does a bunch of damage on critical hits. We could get it so that it's doing more multipliers on its critical hits. I like that. I like that idea a lot. There's something to it. There's definitely something to that. Anyone else in our party who could use it? I mean, Lan could have it as a melee weapon. I mean, to be honest, his bow is better as a melee weapon right now, but Lan could have it. I should also not have that just sitting on Lan. I know that, you know, it makes sense to have him use it, but we should just leave that there, and then either him or Rushley can use it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone else. Like, maybe you could make a build with Woljif on it. Like, there is some logic where that build makes sense. He wouldn't do as much damage in theory, but he would get a huge benefit in terms of his spellcasting ability. So there's definitely some logic where you could make it work in your party. But for us right now, I'm not seeing it.
Follow me.
Right. Let's quick save. We lost a spell. No, I think I moved things around and gave us a spare slot. Yes, that's what I did. Oh yeah, somebody said, can I look at one of these spells in here and then try and use it? I think it was called Sunburst or something like that. So let's have a look. Sunburst. Supernova, that was it. Okay, Supernova. You create a raging supernova for the number of rounds equal to your caster level. Each affected target must succeed on a fortitude saving throw or become blinded for caster level rounds. Each round, all targets in the area are dealt 2d6 plus caster level fire and divine damage. Reflex halves it. That's really good. It's only a 25 difficulty class fortitude saving throw, but the damage is consistent and only can be halved. I think that's pretty good. What is our caster level for Aeon? So our Aeon caster level is 16. So, that's going to be 2d6 plus 16 fire and divine damage. Yeah, that could be good. It's a nice thing that we could have cast and it hurts all enemies within an area. There's some logic that that's good. Anyway, it is time for us to leave and head out. Who are we taking with us? This party seems good. Your quest is done, your quest is done, your quest is done, your quest is done, and your quest is done. Actually, I'm going to redo this slightly. So we're going to go with you. Wait, Sela didn't select. You, and you. It doesn't really matter where those two go, but the main thing is that Darren's in that slot, so our party formation still works. But yeah, you still have quests to do. You still have quests to do. You're our best healer out of the two available. You do trickery, which means it has to be you or Rushley. So yeah, you're being brought for that one. And then Sela's being brought because Sela has things to do and hasn't been in the party for a while. So we're just using Sela for a little bit of variety. Cool. Right. So now we're going to head out into the world and figure out what our main priorities are. Demon armies approaching. Well, that I think is going to be our main priority. So there's a level 7 army coming in this way. Okay. Are we able to move our armies? As in, are we on that turn where our armies can move again? No. Okay. That's fine. So, what we're probably going to do on the next day is merge up our armies here and walk along this way. Probably go for that level 11 one after we do that. That makes a lot of sense. Perfect. Have we got anything in here that we need to do? Nope. Absolutely nothing. Fantastic. Let's have a look at our abilities. So that recovers in 1 day and 20 hours. So in 1 day and 20 hours, we kind of want to just spam that. Okay, cool. So, we can't teleport because it hasn't been a full day. Resets in 14 hours. We could wait 14 hours, but that's probably not worth it. So I'm thinking what I want to do is either we want to head down to the Valley of Temples and do Lands quest, which would involve beating this demon army, which is pretty strong, or it might be time to go to Canabris. Yeah, it might be time to do our Chili Creek Canabris visits. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's time to do that. Right. Let's quick save. Oh, yes, it was pointed out, and I did see this before, but I was just kind of including them in the same thing. Bladesmith Workshop and the Spinner of Nightmare's Den are, in fact, outside of Is, despite me saying that they were in Is. I did spot that. What I was meaning by it is, like, I assume once we start going down this path, the game's going to start doing triggers on us, and it's going to be like, ah, now you're going that way, you're going to start seeing, you know, like the Queen and all of that sort of stuff, where you'll see tracks. What's this? Right there. There's something odd there on the map. I'm trying to figure out what that's meant to be. It almost looks like that's meant to be a wall or something. It's difficult to tell. Like, you can see a little bit more of it from here. I think it's a bug. You know what, actually? I think that's a piece of armor sticking through the map. Maybe. Anyway, let's ignore it. Right, we're heading to Chili Creek. It's going to take us a while. There's no quick way here. Let's just go. Takes us 2 days of travel to get there. It is quite slow. Right, the demon army moved. We can switch to this one now. The new ally battalion is going to head up to here. And then we'll get these two armies to head south towards it. It's going to take 27 to move down. This one is going to move down towards it. Takes 39 to move down. Well, they're not going to move very far on this one, but that's okay. We'll then merge them in. Cool. And then back to this one. Merge that one in. We're still a strength 9 army apparently, but doesn't really do anything one way or another for us. We'll move it its tiny little bit this direction. They should run into each other on the next cycle. We got anyone else we need to buy? Nope, we're waiting for next week. Okay, we're good to go then. Yeah. Do we have any finance? We have some finance and material points. We could do some building. We should set up buildings before we do time manipulation. That's what we should do. Yes. Okay. Continue our very slow walk over here. People are becoming fatigued. Yeah, we'll rest in Leper's Smile. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to us. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. I have also realized one thing that's very different between this game and what's it called? And Kingmaker is the moving around the map stage. Like in Kingmaker, I remember a lot of being like got by random events. You blame your
troubles on everybody else.
Not so much here.
But you always claim the credit for anything that goes right. Is that really any way to live?
See, the human side of your mouth is flapping, but all I hear is a lizardy hiss.
Okay. Right. It's a new day, which means we can move again. Go defeat the demon army. This is only a level 7 army. I'm not even going to worry about, you know, what its composition is. We should just win. Oh, this isn't even close. Yeah, attack. Move forward. Yeah, you took more damage than I took. Let's go for lay on hands other to you. Oh, we can just do that from here? Oh, that's useful. Keep running. Don't need to worry about that. Kill the cultists. And kill the cultist fighters. Woo, we won! Okay, that wasn't really that difficult. Let's move on. Can I see what our XP is like on him? He needs a little bit more to level up. Okay. So we're going to try and defeat this demon army. If we can get into Final Veil, that'll be useful for doing mortale puzzles and for teleportation purposes. But anyway, in here we go. This is probably going to be difficult. We do not get to go first. It is fine, however. Do we go for stratagems right off the bat? Yeah, I think we try and stun these guys. Nice. You're gonna then shoot the Marilith. Okay. Head in here and attack. Ooh, we took a ton of damage back. Oh, and then a ton of damage. You're gonna wait. Heal. Heal. You're gonna head up here and attack. You might take a lot back. You didn't take any back. Okay, cool. Get up here and stab the Marilith. Took a ton back. You're gonna go this way, just to block. Nice. We want to go for a stun here. Didn't manage to stun this one. Probably worth going for the kill. Could also go for defensive formation. Let's defensive formation. And go for the kill. Okay, we should have that next turn. Shoot the Mariliths. You're going to attack the Mariliths. Okay, that's fine. Move forward and attack. Heal. Turn on defensiveness and attack. And attack. Okay. They're attacking us. They died. Keep healing. Right, and shoot. Attack. Here we go. Hate that. That's okay. You might as well attack back here. You're also going to attack here. You are also going to attack here. Okay. Kill the one that you're next to. We killed ourselves. Nice. Well done. They're dead. Attack? Is that a terrible plan? I don't know. Move back this way. Probably need to heal. Probably should have healed before the attack so we actually killed them. Right, this way, kill. We're just trying to get our archers away from where they were. Yeah, then block in the Mariliths. Oh, we didn't block them in. That's not great. Okay. Attack. And attack. This is fine. Yeah, I want to heal the marksman. Wonderful. Shoot. Mariliths are dead. It's a great start. Shoot. They're dead. Okay. You're going to run around here to block and reaching the archers. Guard. Guard. Okay. Heal our shield bearers just to make sure that we are definitely under our number. And then kill. Okay. That was terrifying, but luckily the Mariliths didn't attack our archers, so we're fine. Yeah, we recovered all of our army. And got a new fort as well. The mountain where the enemy camp was set up has a great view of the surrounding lands. It is no surprise that the demons decided to claim this strategic point. Wasting no time, the soldiers started erecting a fort that would be the commander's eye in the region. Oh, and now we can see a ton of new enemies to fight. Okay. Quick save. Ooh. Amulet of Natural Armor 6, not needed. Material points maybe are needed. Try and push our way to the material points, maybe? This army is going to be tough to take down, but we'll try it. Stop. Yep, perfect. Go up. That's what we're looking for. What are you doing? I don't really know what you're doing, so I'm going to just stun. Wonderful. Shoot. I hate you being able to summon. Attack. Move forward. Probably just do nothing. Move forward. Twice. 3 times. And attack. You were taking a lot of damage back, but that's okay. Next stun is actually fairly valuable. Didn't get either of them. I'm more worried about you, because I don't know what you do. The other ones, I have a rough idea of what they're going to do. That one, I had no idea. Right, attack. We know we only have to kill these guys to end the combat, so that's what we're going to try and do. Heal. You're going to attack, or you're going to move this way and attack, just to block any chance that they're going to attack our archers. Then you're going to walk right in here and block. That's fine. Yeah, was kind of expecting that. You're dead. We win. No? Wait a sec. Oh, these guys were in from the start? Oh. I thought they were spawned in. Never mind. Well, there goes that assumption. Keep punching. Nobody else really needs that much of a heal. Bless, maybe? Yeah, just chill. And then attack. Twice. Yep, kill him. Oh, didn't quite get him. Well, there we go. Now they're dead. Huzzah! They're all dead. We would need to find a way of stopping those champions from just dying immediately. The cultists set their camp around a black tar swamp. Choking on poisonous vapors without sleep or rest, the mortals kept scooping up buckets of underground oil, an alchemical ingredient that could blaze with blinding flames. Exhausted to the limit, they were unable to fight, and the wardens couldn't fend off the Crusaders either. As they were leaving the deadly swamp, the soldiers took everything valuable to the cultists had amassed, so we got 500 points. So do we want Inspiration 1 or do we want Intimidation 1? I'm not really worried about our combat morale. I'd prefer the enemy to have a negative, I guess. And I guaranteed get Fearsome Formation. All units attacking the target unit for 1 round will become frightened. Although combat morale gives us a chance of the double hit. You know what, let's take combat morale for the chance of the double hit. Are you any good? You seem like you might be. How about you? Oh, this seems like our kind of fight, yeah. Let's try it. Oh, wait a second. It's on the other side? So this is the one we're going towards? It also seems like our kind of fight, to be fair, but... Okay, interesting. So that's one. That one moved. Let's have a look in here. We're on a new day. 2 events. Meeting with Darren. Darren wishes to speak with you in private. Okay. Idle. Many recruits are eager to serve under the command of a legendary reconnaissance officer who also eggs them on to accept death-defying missions. As dozens of soldiers have lost their lives trying to earn his approval, the other officers are asking the commander to intervene. So forbid him to egg on the candidates, and you get the prudent feat. Unit is unaffected by flanking. Okay. or all units are unaffected by flanking. Encourages behavior. So recruitment growth for all trainable units from main archery range and main stables increases by 20%, but they all get vulnerable. From the barracks, -2 to AC, not good. Assign the best warriors to the officer's unit, best of the best. We get 4 honor guard. Okay. Don't really need them. Or, if we didn't choose legends, so we can't do this one, or we can send them to look for recruits in Mendev. Recruitment growth for trainable units increases by 25% for 24 days. It's logistics one. Now, we don't have that many logistics ones, so that is kind of useful. Let's send them to do that. Arushale believes the officer's presence in the army will result in additional victims. She is suggesting he be sent to Mendev, where the name and glory of the legendary scout will attract new recruits. Cool. We're not going to go immediately to Darren. I'm just seeing... I think we probably just want to immediately move all of these to one day, even though we could probably get a better reward out of it later. Yeah, because I want to... So I was just working out whether we wanted to do this in 7 hours, or whether we wanted to... Yeah, because our option is do this in 7 hours, or do this in 2 days. I would prefer to just do it immediately, because I just want to get... I want the recovery time to start ticking down as soon as possible. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll keep going. Lore religion check, succeeded, failed. Honestly, couldn't tell you what any of that is doing. Wait, are we past it? Perfect, time manipulation. Right. So now what we want to do is we want to build as much as possible around the place. Like, absolutely everywhere we want to be building. So, let's go down here to... So this one's fully built. Yeah, so we're not able to upgrade that, unfortunately. Could upgrade one of the ones down here, potentially. Which one's near... This one's the one that's near Final Veil in this way. Right? Wait, is this my... I need to head out of here for a second. So this one is the... So this one, Final Veil, is on the other side. So Final Veil's in here, actually. So yeah, again, that's Castle of Darkness. Lands of Yath Watch isn't that far away, and we can go to Heart of Mystery from it. Yeah, okay, so let's see if we can upgrade that one. Right. Back down here. Lands of Yath Watch. Now, does it have a teleporter? It already has a teleporter. I'm going to upgrade it anyway. There we go. And let's see what else we can give it. So, what do we currently have here? We currently have Inn, Supply Center, Hospital, Warehouse, Sanctuary, Shelter, Teleportation Circle. Oh, what do we have in our capital? Before I start upgrading this one. Probably should have looked at that first. Do we have anything to upgrade in Dresden? Because I think there's one thing that we're not that we haven't built yet. It's the main the Hall of Glory? Is it? No. Main Hall of Champions is 2 days away. Okay, so we are building that anyway. That's fine. So we don't need to worry about what we're doing in the capital. That's fine. Back down here to Lands of Yath Watch. Right. It's been a while since we've done this, so I'm just trying to make sure that we're getting things right. So what do we have built? Inn. Okay, that's fine. It only gives you finance points if there's nothing that does recruitment here. Okay, so basically build anything that doesn't have recruitment in this area. Okay, so somebody gets a benefit when it's around something else. The warehouse is built. Warehouse increases finance points by 100 if it's built next to an inn. Material points by 1 if it's built next to a supply center. And energy points if it's next to a sanctuary. So beyond that, we don't need anything else here. We could just go pure hospitals. That is an option, just to increase our infirmary size. Garrison Hall of Champions. That could be nice, although that's recruitment, so we don't want to do that. It is actually the exact opposite of nice. Monument. Provides all units with a 5% chance to act twice due to positive combat morale. Only one can be built in each fort. Oh, well, let's build one then. That's good. Watchtowers probably aren't needed. Just seeing what else we've got here. Hospitals are like our we don't have anything else to build here option. Citadel increases time of the siege of the fort by 3 days. Shouldn't run into that issue, but we could take that. We could build that, I suppose, just to have it built. Apothecary, nope. Arsenal, nope. Bonus to energy for all generals, not actually an issue currently. Alright, I'm going to build hospitals. We're going to go insane with our hospital building plan. Because then our infirmary size is massive. Yeah, let's do that. And it helps to have just one just purely focus on this. So it's going to give us a 5% bonus to infirmary size for all of our generals, which is lovely. So now, when I use our fast forward, we'll get all of these bonuses immediately. Well, we'll get it on the next day. So that's what we're looking for. So what I think we might end up doing here is we might end up going to Chili Creek, doing that one, teleporting back to Dresden, speaking to Darren, doing a bunch of other stuff, and then coming back down to Canabras at another time. I suppose, yeah, it's a long way between Chili Creek and the main road. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense to do it that way anyway. Right, there we go. We have now done that, which should have moved everything forward. Oh, it actually moves your recruitment forward as well. I completely forgot it did that. Oh, so the things just immediately disappear? Oh, yes, they disappear and then they appear tomorrow. Yes. But we could recruit today if we wanted to. I'm going to hold out. I'm just going to move forward to the next day and then we'll recruit. There we go. Right. So if I have a look at this now. Introducing the officers to Indara's treaties. So we all get one on the Master of Maneuver feat. Oh, I didn't have this yet. Oh, well that's really good then. Swift mounts are now there, so all cavalry units get +1 to speed. We can now do Outpost to Bastion expansion again. Cool. Famous Recruiter. Yes, that's that one. Let's ignore it for just now. We have Diplomacy and Leadership needing the next rank up. Strengthening the chain of command. We will start that decree. Tiefling's rights, of course, at some point. Do we not have as Famous Recruiter? No, that's that. Oh, logistics isn't ranking up. Diplomacy's already done. Oh, right. Yeah. So we'll head out here. Famous Recruiter is 3 days to solve. We'll start that one up. Okay, this is fine. Diplomacy, we can just start working on things. So recruitment growth for mythic units and energy point income increases. We'll just issue that decree. Cool. So that's all on its way. Close that down. Okay, so back here, do we have finance points? We have some. We probably need more. Let's just start by buying some resources. So I'm going to spend half of our money on finance points currently. Buy resource. Cool. So that's going to help us. I'm then going to immediately buy these guys, the Cavaliers. Then... Oh, we can have another unit in there. That's crazy good. Yeah, some of these are crazy good now. We can have another unit. But anyway. Let's go to these guys for just now. I'm going to buy the champions. Do we want any of the other ones? Barbarians, spearmen, or clerics? Barbarians are maybe okay. Yeah, I'm going to search for new ones. What are you? War priests. Okay, you cost a lot. I don't think we need any of those guys. Okay. Cool. Oh, I guess this one didn't quite finish in time. That's unfortunate. Oh, maybe the Hardened Veterans are the other ones that can join our army down with these guys. Yeah. Potentially. Anyway, let's close this for just now. Gonna go new army. Right. Close that. New army. We're gonna recruit in all of you. And all of you. That's the max size the army's gonna be. We're gonna send you down this way towards this army here. So just start you moving. That's fine. Right, back to recruitment. Back in base. We'll use Hell Knights for this for just now. Gonna recruit all of them. We're gonna recruit all of them. Right. I was also thinking I might send the signifiers along with, or I could send the cavaliers along with, I suppose. Maybe just send one of these along. What do you do? What's your thing? You've got teleport, battering ram attacks. Okay, shield wall, slave soul. We could send you along with our group. I mean, you're okay. You're a mythic unit, I suppose. You probably do some damage. Not really. Okay, anyway. Where's my... where are we? Hell Knights. New army. Take the new army. Wait, take the new army. Take this UI, I hate it. Do that one. We take one of these with us. Maybe we'll take the Cavaliers. They do cost a lot, so they're probably good. And then we'll send this army down towards these guys as well. So like down here. Nice. Okay. So we have some more strength heading down there. Awesome. Hell Knights have an extra 2 slots for any other units that we get, as do Elementals. Yeah. I suppose we could put 2 small in one of these ones. Now we could just merge them in Hell Knights. So the Hell Knights work with the demons. This seems like a bad idea. So that's our current second army. Alright, 2 small stopped existing. Elementals are just doing elemental stuff. Right. Back over here. Carry on. We are going to be fatigued by the time we reach Chili Creek, but that's okay. We'll do the rest then. Evade. Cool. No, I want to do a rest, even though Woljif isn't fatigued. Although, we don't need to rest. Yeah, we could, in theory, go in here and get Sela to just remove fatigue from everybody. Yeah, let's do that. That's a better plan. Quick save. Because fatigued will come back if you're on the main map, but I don't believe it will come back if you're in like one of the zones. Yeah, so this will be fine. So I can just remove it at the start of this zone. Right. Sela. Lay on hands self. Lay on hands. Lay on hands. Seeing what these are. Emergency help. Yeah, we can ignore that. Lay on hands. And lay on hands. And as you were the first to do that, you can also be the first to buff. Let's do this one. Bestow grace upon Woljif. Did she get any other new spells? She has Bless Weapon a few times now. We'll just remove that from there. Yeah, I think that's her only new spell. Aura of Greater Courage. Effortless Armor. Fire Belly. One of those. One of those. One of those. Blessings of Courage and Life upon Woljif. And then we'll do 3 Bless Weapons. So a Bless Weapon Woljif. A Bless Weapon for Sela. And a Bless Weapon for Naminde. Could have done it with Lan. Lan might have been a better option, but anyway. Our frontliners are going to have very strong weapons now. Let's go down to you next. Did you get new spells? Yeah, so you got some like Shout, which we're going to move over here. This is fine. Transformation is going to move into your temporary buff section. Yeah, and the rest of it's fine. Okay, so False Life Greater. Mage Armor. Cool, you're buffed. Lan, you're set. Nenio. Nenio has many buffs, but Nenio does not have... Wait, does Nenio have... She does have Greater Enduring, that's why she has many buffs. Okay. So Bear's Endurance. Followed by Bull Strength. Enlarged Land. Hurricane Bow, which is personal, but that's okay. Reduce person on yourself. Just for fun, basically. Tiny Nenio, but does get a bonus to dexterity for that. Foresight, never flat-footed. Bonus to AC and reflex saves, that's probably Sela. Cool. Fire Body. Don't need Joyful Rapture. You did get some more buffs at the end of last time. Frightful Aspect, yeah. Oh, wait a second. Frightful Aspect makes you tall? Does she have both Reduced Person and Frightful Aspect on? Yes. Does that just make her a normal-sized character? Maybe. That's weird. One of these. Mirror Image. Don't need to do invisibility or anything like that. Yeah, none of that. Invisibility mass doesn't really matter. Ends if they attack any creature, so I suppose we could cast it. There we go. Did you get any other max level spells that are going to be useful? Oh, Sea Mantle as well. Yeah, she's fairly buffed right now. Let's swap these two. I think they're going to be... yeah, I think that's going to be better. Any other ones? True Seeing Communal. That one we can replace Molten Orb with because we're probably going to need to use it more. Okay, any other ones down here? I don't think we had any that were much lower down. No. Oh no, we have this one, Expedious Retreat, which can replace Ear Piercing Shout, maybe? Yeah, okay. Cool. She has a lot of buffs now. Right. You. We already have Bull Strength. Owl's Wisdom. Is the next one. Then we'll go for Heroic Invocation. These need to go over here. Anything that I don't use here, probably Summon Greater can go away so I can get some more space. Right, that can go over here. Let's make you Frightful. Get you Winds of Vengeance. Or sorry, yeah, Winds of Vengeance. Get you Angelic Aspect Greater. Life Bubble. Bless. Shield of Faith on you. Shield of Faith here. Hey, making him bigger before buffing is actually next tier, like, you know, it's the next level strat, because it means he has to move less far to buff everybody. The other option is that you just place everybody on the same slot, but that's fine. Next up, we want all of these. There we go. We're going to extremely overbuff, and the fight's going to be like, do nothing. You can just diplomacy your way out of it. And we'll have just be standing there as fully buffed characters. Right. Magical Vestment. Another one. Tried to use the hotkey. Can't use the hotkey because there are two abilities technically. There we go. I gotta say, we definitely look stronger now. Whether we are or not is the debate, but we look stronger. Let's do these. I don't think we're going to face any demons, but, you know, we might as well buff up in case. Freedom of movement. Freedom of movement. Freedom of movement. Right, we're probably good to go from your side. Now, onto this character. Where do we start? So we start with Stone Skin Communal. Remove Fear. See Invisibility. Protection from Arrows. Don't need to do true seeing. Heroism does need to be applied to everybody though. Including the horse. You? Do you have heroism on you? You do, right. You. You. Speediest retreat. Effortless armor. Bind traps. Thought sense. Okay. I think that we might be buffed. Just a little bit. We're just slightly ready for this one. I just want to have a look at some of her stats here. So yeah, some of our characters are looking a little bit more buff than they used to be. Why do you have -2? Enlarge person. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you're +6 from Frightful Aspect, but -2 from Reduced Person and Keen Kitsune. That's kind of funny, the way that that's all kind of evened out there. Okay, neat. Quick save. Extremely buff characters. Move. I love how Nenio is technically a small version of Frightful Aspect. It's very funny. And we're all technically invisible. Well, we're also actually invisible. Right. Oh, hello. Commander! The cleric is lying on the riverbank. The sand is soaked with his blood. Save Melessa. What happened to you? This village, so beautiful, so peaceful, so many good people living here, but something has been worrying me since the day I came here. I couldn't stop thinking about all the strange rituals in the grove and all the weird conversations about firstborns being doomed to die. I tried not to think too much about it. The villagers were not willing to embrace the faith of Erastil. I didn't want to appear judgmental, but I was wrong. I should have trusted my instinct. There is great evil at work in this village. When Melessa and I decided to get married, she told me that she wanted to do it under the rites of Erastil. I had asked her to do that, but she had already made up her mind. It was entirely her decision. She asked me not to tell Markil about it, and we tried to keep things quiet, but he found out about it anyway. Well, he grew more and more gloomy with each passing day. I did not understand what was going on until Melessa finally told me the truth, something that everyone else in the village knew except for me. Locals perform their wedding rites upstream from the isle on a boat. The bride is supposed to take off her wreath and send it floating down the stream, while she recites a horrible, profane oath that I do not wish to repeat. You see, when she gives away her wreath, she also promises to give her firstborn to the river. Body, mind, and soul. It may not happen right away, it may take years, but in the end the river will always take what belongs to it, and Markil, he is a few minutes older than Melessa. Oh. Do you see? The old man whispers hoarsely, or the dying man whispers hoarsely. You can hear the anguish in his voice. The people of Chili Creek believe that they worship the river, but these rites are not druidic in nature. They are not the rituals of the Green Faith, or the cultic practices of some minor deity. No, this malevolent force, whatever it is, has a physical presence in this world. Markil has lost his mind. His parents swore to give him to this monster. Now it's deprived him of his sanity. He took Melessa to the isle. That's probably where the monster lives, and where sacrifices to it are made. So the locals sacrifice their firstborns to the river, and the bridal wreath is part of this ritual? Not exactly. The locals are decent people. They don't kill their children with their own hands. The wreath is a sign of obedience. The future parents agree that the river can take their firstborns whenever it wants. It has the right to take their bodies or their minds. It can summon them at any time and demand services from them, and sometimes the river exercises that right. There's more. Markil was the firstborn son, the older twin. When he did this to me, he wasn't himself anymore. I believe the river took control of him. Whatever monsters the locals worship, it's been controlling his thoughts and actions. What must I do to save Melessa? Markil took her to Pikefin. There's an isle in the middle of the river. You can see it from here. Indeed, if you look closely, you can see a small rocky isle, partially obscured by the river mist. Something drove him insane. The evil has controlled this village for years. It lives on the isle. Take one of the boats from the village and set her free. I love how the Swarm one is there, and I know the Swarm one is basically just like, don't care, you're a member of the Swarm now, enjoy. Like, that's pretty much it. It's just like, welcome to the Swarm. Anyway, you need help. No, it is too late for me. I can already hear Rastil's hunting horn. My god is waiting for me. All I ask is that you save my wife, my journey through this world. The cleric can barely speak. He coughs up blood and continues weakly. My journey is over. You've been gravely injured. Who did this to you? Markil. He wounded me and threw me into the river. I guess he thought I'd drown, but somehow I made it back to shore. Perhaps it was the old Deadeye himself who helped me, so I could speak to you. Little Eric is having difficulty breathing. Markel, it isn't his fault. He hasn't been himself. The evil of the river has driven him insane. It must be stopped at all costs. But if you can, if it's at all possible, try to save him too. Farewell. Rest in peace. Save her. Little Eric's breath is shallow and ragged. His quivering lips go still, his eyes close, and he passes away to his god. I'm afraid there was nothing we could do. I mean, like, we have resurrection scrolls, but you're not a main character, so we'll just loot you and be on our way. Oh, hello.
The Inheritor. I refuse to accept their stand.
Nice damage. Okay, buff. Charge. Run up.
Me all right?
Run up. Magic missile. Sealer. Get there.
Take you.
Shoot it. And shoot it. Our invisibility means nothing anymore, but that's okay.
Stab you is after.
It's dead. It's very dead. Okay. Didn't really expect for there to just be a water elemental just sitting around, but that's okay. So the boat is in the village. Is there anything different with these? No. Okay. Oh, hello. Shoot
Should have
him.
listened to reason.
Force. Charge. There are a lot of water elementals here, huh? Nice miss. Buff. Attack. Oh, I should have used my free action once, because it might actually matter here. Take a step back. And chuck some magic missiles at it. Okay. Stab.
Distract them from me.
Very nice. Move forward. Extra attack. And shoot. Huge damage. Okay, next one comes in. Sealer. Charge. Shoot it. Force. One of those. Get yourself in here.
Forwards.
Chill. Get yourself in here and stab. And kill. Nice.
Onwards.
Okay. So is this where the boat is? That is where the boat is. Okay, so I want to check the village first before we go to the boat. Just in case somebody's here. Any villagers here who have anything to say? Like you? How terrible. Nothing like this has ever happened in our village before. Okay. Yeah, it's just a bunch of villagers. Okay.
Let us be off.
So I assume that there's nothing else to do here. We already explored this place 3 or 4 times, so I would guess we have to take the boat and to get to the new stuff, because to be honest, like, I don't think they're going to put something else back up in the top here. We killed like an alpha wolf or something at the time. Anyway, let's go. What is more dangerous, the unpredictability of nature or the hostile intentions of another? The malevolent force hiding on this isle is wild, volatile, and ruthless as the natural world, but it also has a cunning intelligence, a devious and vindictive desire to keep away unwanted visitors. As soon as the commander reaches for the oars, the water around the boat turns into a thick sheet of ice that freezes the vessel in place. What will the commander do? So we can avoid the hostile magic and watchful gaze of this unseen entity by sneaking into another boat undetected. Jump into a nearby boat and push it away from the shore before it freezes too, or try and break the ice with a weapon. Let's just go for stealth. Those who rely too much on magic are often defeated by simple, non-magical solutions. The commander sneaks onto a different vessel and manages to remain undetected until the boat is safely away from the shore. The commander sets off for the shore of the small rocky isle, but her journey does not go unnoticed. It seems as if someone on the isle does not like uninvited guests. Suddenly, the mist that rises from the surface of the river thickens into a dense cloud of fog. It blinds the commander and obscures her surroundings. Where's the shore? Where's the isle? The fog is so thick the commander cannot even see the oar she is holding in her hands. What will the commander do now she is blinded by fog? Close our eyes, we can navigate by sound. Dip our hand into the water and pay close attention to the current. The flow of the river will reveal the direction we need to go, or try and steer the boat out of the cloud of fog. We will navigate by sound. The sound of the running water, the splash of a fish, the wind rustling through the branches of the forest, the sound of a bird chirping on a shore far away. All of these sounds paint a picture in the commander's mind that no fog can hide. A light breeze slowly begins to dissipate the cloud of fog. The boat is headed straight towards the island. It will not be long before the commander reaches the black rocky shore of the Pikefin. The rocky isle is desolate and bare. Blue-grey lichen and a few sparse straggling weeds are all that survive on its black rocky shore. Further inland, the entrance to a cave gapes open like a toothless mouth. Suddenly, a violent gust of wind sweeps out from the entrance of this cave towards the river. The water, which was calm only moments ago, begins to swell into massive foaming waves that threaten to smash the boat into the boulders along the coast. How will the commander reach the shore? Call out to this unseen force that cast the spell on the man to be allowed on the island. Wow. That is something. A force of nature to say, you better let me on this island if you know what's good for me. Throw an anchor towards the coast and attempt to latch onto a nearby rocky shore, or steer the boat through the waves and navigate around the rocks with a firm and skillful hand. We'll do that one. The boat is tossed around relentlessly by the waves. It is flung into the air and nearly dashed to two pieces on the rocks. However, the commander manages to steer the flimsy vessel away from collision and out of danger. The moment the boat touches the shore, the storm subsides as suddenly as it started. It is hard to believe that only moments ago the calm, lazy river was a maelstrom of raging waves and rushing currents. The air is still and peaceful. The howling gales and roaring winds have completely subsided. The isle looks calm, but so did the river. Looks can be deceiving. The lichen-covered black boulders along the shore do not look like they have ever been disturbed. It would be easy to assume this isle is uninhabited. There are no bones or traces of any rituals, but after moving further inland, the commander sees Markel's boat. It has been carefully pulled up onto the shore beyond the reaches of the waves. Noises can be heard from within the cave ahead. There's a shrill, angry voice, followed by the sound of a woman's scream. Explore the cave to find the source of evil. Okay, well that definitely doesn't sound like it's going to be one of these. It's a shade of grey quest. This is source of evil.
Might be treasure. My tail is twitching.
My god.
Must be a sign.
How many traps does one cave need?
This is my kind of work.
Okay. Apparently one more than we saw. Just choose a direction and walk down it.
Something.
Don't mind me.
Walk along and disable.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Yes. Go for stealth here?
Watch and learn. Might be trap, might be
Yeah,
treasure.
I thought there might be more traps here as well.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
There's too many traps. Right, once I disable this trap, I can at least get people moving further along.
This is my kind of work.
Disable. I love just hearing the ping of like, there's
This
one
is
more.
My kind of work.
This one?
Fine.
There we go. Get it. Oh, I didn't. I did it too quickly.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Forgot to wait for the little click sound.
Might be trap. Might be treasure.
More traps.
This is my kind of work.
Get another one. Again, how many traps does one place need?
This is my
They spent a
kind of
long
work.
time putting together this trap network, and we've removed it in seconds. Not a lot of experience per trap.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Okay. So we're fine
I
here.
can do this. Maybe.
Get back in position. Let's go. Quick save. How big is the cave? Not that big. Okay. I don't think we're going to run into any more traps if they put that many at the start. Yeah. Oh, hello. They're all glowing. Does that mean we're going to get to do Aeon stuff to them? Probably not. The cave is cold and dark. The ground is covered in fog and an icy current of air flows towards you from the depths of the cave. Water drips from the ceiling and dim lanterns cast grotesque shadows on the walls. All these years we've been worshipping, the three of you, all our prayers to the icy rill, all our sacrifices, oh gods, and our children. It's been you the whole time? Melissa is huddled in a corner, clasping a withered wreath of grass and flowers to her chest. She looks like she's been crying. Standing in front of her are three horrifying old hags. Markil sits at their feet like a faithful dog. And what's so wrong with us, child? The old woman's skin is even whiter than her hair, and her breath hangs in the air like an icy mist. Her voice is kind, but her gentle words lack sincerity. Beneath her friendly exterior, she is as cold and ruthless as ice. We did not wish to bring any harm to you or your brother, but unfortunately you have not given us what we are owed. Deliver to the river what is rightfully hers, and both of you can live in peace, or can live in peace. You're always too soft, Lavicia. This hag's voice sounds like the roar of the wind during a storm. Her skin is covered in spidery blue veins, and her eyes flash like lightning. Do what you're told, lass. Hand over the wreath or face the consequences. You won't escape us. You can run, but you won't hide from old Letinda. Loretta, Lavixia, my sisters. Do you hear me? Do you know what is destined to happen must happen? This old woman speaks in a whisper. Her blind eyes are as cloudy as the fog on the river, but she turns and points her finger at you resolutely. Look who has arrived. This is the one whose face was revealed to us in the dark waters. She's arrived already? Well, this is a surprise. The old woman clucks approvingly. We dislike uninvited guests, but you are clearly strong, agile, and smart. We appreciate those qualities in a person. Very well, since you're here, you might as well come in. Melissa, be reasonable. Show these old ladies some respect. Give them your wreath, and then you and Markil can leave. Definitely not. Melissa, are you alright? Commander, Hurastil be praised. Those things drove Markil crazy and made him kill my husband. I don't understand what they want. Please save us. So you praise the old stag now, ungrateful child, who has kept you fed and protected you from every danger? Did your mother worship the old hunter? How about your grandmother or her grandmother before her? Did they offer him praise? I think not. The hag shakes her hoary head in disapproval. A little village with important traditions, Lan grimaces. Old traditions that are honored and respected by everyone. Now why does that sound familiar? Markil, what's wrong with you? Lavixia reaches down to give the man at her feet a pat on the head. He is absolutely fine. He is a good boy, an obedient boy. He respects his elders, never talks back, and has respect for his mother river. Isn't that so? Markil's face is contorted in pain. You can see the desperation in his eyes as he struggles against the power that has seized control of his mind. Help me. Save my sister from me. The river will take. River always takes what belongs to her. Who are you? Who are we? Perhaps we are the waves on the river, or the fish in the deep. Perhaps we are the mist in the water. Are we solid ice or a raging storm? Why do you ask the question when you already know the answer? Latinda's eyes stare blindly off into the distance, like we haven't already met between the two shores. My sister is wise, but she likes to speak in riddles. Lavixia's icy blue lips curl into an amicable smile. We are the three maidens of the river, generous to those on the water and revered by those on the land. We fill nets with fish, we keep the filth of the abyss away from our people, and we ask for very little in exchange. Ungrateful mortals. Loretta stomps her feet. We do everything for them, and what do we get in return? Nothing. Instead of being thankful for our protection, these ingrates have started praying to some old bowman. Real, live hags, and you're actively practicing magic. How fascinating. Listen, there's something I need to ask. Why do you always gather in groups of 3? Nenil produces a piece of paper and waits expectantly for an answer. The numbers have their magic, and we have our numbers. 2 has a magic of its own, a pair of lovers, a mother and a daughter, or a teacher and a student. 4 makes a crowd. That's too close to 5. Bah, no one can really cast spells in groups of 5. 3 is the most powerful number in the world. Sets of 3 are everywhere you look. Everything in the world is either solid like ice, or liquid like water, or fleeting like fog. Every event was, or is, or will be. Every person is either here, there, or nowhere. The most powerful spells are woven when there are 3. What a curious explanation, but it contains a number of logical and factual flaws. Did you know that there are more than 3 states of matter? Take plasma, for example. I managed to isolate it once. I even held it in my hands, although not for very long. By the way, did you know that you can determine the severity of your burns by... If you know all the answers, then why are you asking us questions? Stop your foolish prattle, it bores us. What's going on here? I don't know. They did something to Marco. They made him kill Journal, and then they ordered him to bring me here. And now they want... We don't want much, child. Just your wedding wreath. Give it to us, and the 2 of you can leave in peace. After all, we have protected you from all kinds of calamity. We have provided your village with food. Don't we deserve your respect and gratitude for our gifts? Will you begrudge us the one thing we ask of you? Why do you need it? Melissa wipes away her tears. You've killed my husband. I'm a widow now. Why do you need my wedding wreath? You recall Jurnal's words. When the villagers cast away their wreaths, they promised to give their firstborns to the river. Why would the hags want a widow to complete this ritual? There can only be one answer. Melissa doesn't know it yet, but she must be pregnant with her firstborn child. Oh. I see. What did you do to Markle? How have you managed to take control of his mind? How does the river control a leaf that falls into its stream? How does the sky control the fog that rolls in off the water? We didn't do anything. We didn't have to. He is a firstborn, and that means he belongs to us. In fact, he was promised to us before he was born. We kept him alive because we thought he might prove useful, and we were right. The river is patient. She does not need to hurry. We can take what belongs to her whenever she wants. That's right. He belonged to us before he's even born. He'll do what we tell him to do. Loretta shrieks with laughter. So you've been deceiving the villagers. They think that they worship the river. They have no clue that they're actually been offering services to 3 hags. Is this deceit? They pray to the river. Are we not the embodiment of the river? They make sacrifices. Do we not accept them? When they ask for help, do we not help? Well, there's gratitude for you mortals. We stay awake all night out of concern for their well-being. We fend off demons so they can feel safe, but instead of appreciating our efforts, they call us liars. If it was up to me, I'd make you... The hag shakes her fist. You shouldn't insult us like that. We find your accusations offensive. We are not mortal tricksters pretending to be gods. We are one with the river. The villagers have agreed to pay the price for our help. We offered them a fair bargain. The hag glares at Melissa coldly. This stupid girl decided to cheat us. If anyone here has fallen victim to deception, it's us. Melissa, you're with child. If you give them your wreath, you'll be giving away your child as well. What? The woman places her hands on her belly protectively. She no longer looks afraid. She stares up at the hags in outrage. So this is what it was all about. That's why you dragged me here. You didn't want the wreath. You wanted what it represents. You killed the man I loved, and now you want to take my child away from me too? Never. I will not let that happen. So that means... Marco can barely speak. He struggles to finish his sentence. But with each word he utters, he sounds less obedient, more angry. You're the reason I killed my brother-in-law. Thanks to me, Melissa's child will never know their father, and now you want me to take this child from their mother? I won't let that happen. I won't allow it. Wait, what's going on? Are you trying to rebel against us, boy? Don't forget you will belong to us for as long as you live. You cannot get rid of us, no matter how hard you try. We just have to say the word, and you will be under our control. Oh. Well, that's not good. Marco grabs a stone from the cave floor and attacks the hag. You hear a disgruntled crunching sound as Marco smashes the rock into the hag's arm. The hag shrieks and lashes out at the man, dealing him a powerful blow that causes him to fall to the floor unconscious. Kill them, sisters. No one leaves this place alive. Okay. Well, I was going to try going for the, you know, can we negotiate option, but I guess we can't negotiate. I mean, they made a fair point. The villagers made this deal knowing what was happening, essentially, apart from who they were negotiating with. But anyway, we're where we are now. They're not immune to anything. Chain lightning, or wait a second, what's your will? 18, fortitude 18. Not immune to death. Oh, we're getting weird. Yeah, we're getting weird. Let's go. One down. They saved their will saving throw and the fortitude saving throw. Alright, round here. Lan, take your 5 feet in. You're gonna attack this one. Kill.
Endure this.
That's incredible damage. Summoned 1 creature. Nice. Oh, so two. Sorry, I missed the second one got summoned somewhere. Alright, buff, buff, buff. Let's go. I'm gonna use the charge just to get in. No, I'm not. I'm gonna just attack. Nice. Charge. Just walk in.
The fray.
Maybe smite. Shoot.
Out of my sight.
Phantasmal killer. We did it. My head, Melessa, are you alright? Let's get out of here, hurry. Let's get back to the village as soon as we can. This accursed cave makes me feel sick. Oh, yeah, thank you, by the way. Oh, wait, no, that's what you're meant to say to us. Right, we got a shirt. Where is it? Hag's Demise. +4 insight bonus into saving throws against hexes and necromancy school spells. Anyone not wearing a shirt? Nope. Okay, well, that goes into the trash pile. More garbage. Okay, cool. Grab this.
What's that?
Whatever's in here. Ooh. Rabid Rippers. Whenever the wearer of these knee pads confirms critical hit with a natural weapon, the enemy must pass the fortitude saving throw or become vulnerable to slashing and acid damage for 3 rounds. Hello. What do you currently have in that slot? An extra 1d6 bludgeoning damage on critical hits. So it's, do we want 1d6 on a critical hit, or do we want vulnerability to slashing and acid? They're both terrible. I'll take the consistent one that that works without me needing to remember that it exists. Okay, cool. We're done here. That was like really easy because their fortitude and will saves were terrible. So Nenio took out 2 of them by herself. And then Lan took out 1 basically by himself. Yeah, okay. I may be overbuffed for the fight. I'll be honest with you. Thank you for saving us from those monsters. I didn't think I was going to survive, and Markle, I thought I'd lost him forever. Sister, forgive me. I have no excuse for my actions. It's not your fault, I guess. Those hags were controlling your mind, weren't they? They never would have ensnared me had I not been such an easy target. Really did not like Journal. I was against her marriage, and the hags used that to control me. Melissa looks down. After a while, she answers softly. I don't know if I'll ever be able to really forgive you, but you're the only family I have now. Now I know why you had a criminal aura. You were never a criminal, you were being used to commit a crime. Markle bows his head gloomily and clenches his fist. He doesn't say a word. Are you going to tell the villagers the truth? Do they know they've been worshipping hags this whole time? I did, but they don't believe me. Melissa casts a glance towards the village and shakes her head bitterly. They don't want to believe the truth. They say it must have been a nightmare, that Markle drank too much. They came up with a dozen different explanations because the truth is just too terrible to bear. They'll keep practicing their rites. I wouldn't be surprised if another nasty creature comes to live on the pike fin in a couple of years. I'm sure there are plenty of foul things that would gladly prey on these villagers and accept their sacrifices. I can't live among these people anymore. Markle, are you free from the evil influence of the hags? I am. The hags are dead. I'm my own man now. Thank you. Melissa, I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. I loved him so much. I thought we had a life ahead of us. She wipes her eyes. What are the two of you going to do next? I will bury my husband in the ground and then... Melissa carefully places a hand on her belly. Erastil will be my witness. I'll soon have my hands full, but not here. I don't want to see this river ever again. It is my fault that your daughter will grow up without a father. I know an uncle is no substitute for a parent, but I swear to do everything I can for her. Well, time to say farewell. Yes. Melissa tries to smile. I'll pray to Erastil for you every day. Here, take this. It's an old family heirloom. I don't know how many generations it's been in our family, but I want you to have it. Take it as a sign of my gratitude. I hope it will help you on your path to victory. Thank you for everything. Farewell. Hey, lore master something? That sounds cool. What is a lore master robe? +3 insight bonus on all knowledge and lore skill checks, as well as a +2 on reflex saving throws. What's our current one? Web Strider. There's a +10 competency bonus on lore nature. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. What about you? Have you cast a spell that forces the target to make a fortitude saving throw that save is increased by +2? Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, it's probably not that useful for anyone then. I don't know. How about you? You have lore nature as a thing. Yeah, it's probably good for you instead of a +1 against fear effects. Yes, that'll help him with his lore nature one. Or not lore nature, knowledge. Is it lore nature? Is lore nature. Wait, not nature. Religion. That's the one I meant to be saying the whole time. But yeah, and a +3 on that will help a little bit. Because he is one of our better ones at it. And he's still pretty bad, but that's okay. Right. Let us leave this place. That was an okay quest. Yeah. It kind of finished off that storyline. It wasn't really connected to the rest of the game at all, but it explains how this group lived. It kind of implies that they're just going to be absolutely murdered by demons the moment that we leave because they no longer have a protector, but you know, whatever. I suppose they are pretty much over here in the safe zone, so that's fine. Right, well, I think our plan next time is teleport to Dresden, do a whole bunch of stuff in Dresden, and then maybe we'll go to Canabris next time? I don't know, it really depends how we did over here. Sorry, how we do over here and how we do in terms of clearing things out. Looks like we can access the Valley of Temples now, and we can also maybe get to Final Vale. So it might be worth heading down here just to go in there. Yeah, Laughing Caves is nearby Final Vale. So there's a chance, I think, that has some symbols in it, potentially, for Final Vale. That's an option. I would love to clear this one, which would give us a path between these two as well. In fact, I really want to clear that one before we do Valley of Temples, because then I can go from here to here in one go, which would help quite a lot. Oh, the portals are closed down here, and this one's closed as well. Oh, cool. So, yeah, now this is the prison that's open. So that does change every month. That's neat. Anyway, I am going to end. I was just finding where we were. I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.